everybody, SD70AH here again today. And today we're not out by the tracks, we're actually up here in my bedroom taking a look at the archive, as I call it, air quotes. So this is about 80% of my railroad timetable collection. These are mostly employee timetables, and I've been collecting these for about 6.5, 7 months. I got my main start back at the Lakota West show last September, picked up about 250 of them. And now the collection has grown into over 600 of them, which is pretty absurd. And I think that the more interesting part is that I have spent less than $400 to get all these so far. Now, I'm sure that number will keep growing as I keep getting them, but you know what? That's okay. I have a decent amount of expendable income, so why not put it towards something I enjoy, you know? That and model trains and whatever else. So I figure I'm just going to skip through all the nonsense, and I'm just going to get a start of showing off some of these. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but just haven't had the time. So we're going to start digging into some railroad timetables today, and we'll see what we come across. Should be some interesting stuff, I think. Okay, so before we get into the big shelves in the back, which is more or less the actual archive, I figured we'd start with my reference archive. Many air quotes going on. So, if I'm working on a video or a photo project, whatever I may be doing, and I need to reference a location, me personally, I like to use hard copies. Just reference it out of a timetable if I can. I mean, I have everything scanned, but where's the fun in that, you know? So, for example, let's say I'm doing a project on the Chicago line. I just grab a Penn Central Lake Region table here. And let me see if I can find the page. This might be a little difficult one-handed, but yeah, here we go. So it's on one of the first pages here. Not sure if you can see it, but this is the Penn Central Main Line, Buffalo to Chicago. This is the current day NS Chicago line. And let's say I'm working on a spot in Vermilion. And Vermilion is about an inch above my thumb. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'll put a photo in here. So I've kind of got it jerry-rigged up here. Hopefully it doesn't close, but Vermilion would be right about there. And then, of course, Huron's below it. Try to zoom in a little bit. It's going to get grainy, but hopefully you can see Vermilion, Cylon, and then 232 Huron. So then I know what milepost it is, or I know it should show signal locations, all that sort of stuff, or any of the other nerdy prototypical stuff I'd ever need to know for a project. It's all right there. So it's more fun just using a hard copy, I think. So I keep more or less anything I would ever need to reference up here. So, and of course, me being a fan of Vermilion, go up there every year for vacation. So I keep we've got a little ladybug friend crawling around there. I keep me being favorable to the Lake Region, I keep a Lake Region timetable up here. I've got, also for Penn Central, I've got the Cincinnati area covered with the southern regions. Got Cincinnati, Columbus, Southwest, and we got all the stripe timetables. Those are NS. A good chunk of those are Lake Division as stuff changes like that. I've got some, let's see here, we've got, what do we got here? B&O Cincinnati Terminal Subdivision, back when the B&O only considered that subdivision to go to Glendale, as it now goes to Hamilton. We have a desk copy of the Ohio Newark Division for B&O, and then we have a joint timetable for B&O and Penn Central for the Columbus and Newark areas. There's some, let's see, there's some chassis stuff back here. I have another one for this set, actually. This is a chassis system joint table with Conrail. It's the same area, just later on after the Penn Central folded into Conrail and the B&O folded into chassis. And let's see, we got Conrail Indy Division there. This one is Erie Lackawanna Scranton Division for when I go out to New York, covers Binghamton as well. Let's see, we have Mopac 16. I'm a big fan of Mopac, so of course I'll have one of their timetables out. Got one for the NYSW. I have another one for Penn Central Region. And I also have this little NS roster book here. So locomotive number reference, any of that kind of stuff. I've got all that there right at my disposal. And then, of course, this side, got another NS Lake Division in there. We've got Delaware and Hudson 1. Let's see, NS Lake Division here as well. NS Lake Division with the accompanying signal guide. that little yellow one there. Here was the first ever timetable I got. CSX Midwest Region Louisville Division, covers the Cincy Terminal. Many times I've used that. You can tell how dirty it is that I've used that many times. Here's a locomotives of the nickel plate road book that I just keep around, and then here's got some track charts and stuff like that for some nickel plate areas along with some NS areas. So pretty cool. This is more or less just my little reference area. All right, so coming back here, back to the major shelves here. We'll start just up here top left, work our way down. So starting off, we have a good amount of NS. We've got NS Central Division, some more NS. These are my personal favorite NS timetables, these smaller ones. Oh, let's see. We got a good amount of N and W here for the Eastern Lake regions, Decatur divisions. Lots of NS. All these striped timetables are all NS. And let's see here. This one is Chessie System Ohio Division. Some more Chessie Ohio Division. I think that's the first one. First issue. Let's see. Seaboard System. So CSX timetables here, and then some C&O. So I tried to keep all the NS and CSX stuff and their predecessors together. Just keep that little area. Then here I've got, of course, like I said, I'm a fan of the Lake region, so I've got Lake regions 2, 3, and 4. Still looking for 1. It's a pretty hard one to come across, but might have a lead on it, so we'll see if I can't pick that one up in the next couple days. Hopefully if the eBay bid goes all right. And this shelf also has some Penn Central. We'll just sort of knock them over. Oh, some L&N CACV stuff. There's some nickel plate passenger tables. Some more nickel plate stuff. Let's see. Pennsylvania Cincinnati Division. Grand Trunk DT&I. Lehigh Valley. This one I got from a friend when I went out to New York last year. And here's somewhat of a rare one, I think. Illinois Terminal. I don't see too many of those. I got that out of an eBay lot a little bit ago, so that was pretty cool. Mopac has its own little dedicated shelf. I've got about 12 of them so far. There's about 8 of them there. These 2 shelves, of course, are Penn Central. Me being a Penn Central fan, so I got 2 whole shelves dedicated to that. There's a little bit of Conrail in there. Oh, this one is mainly Western area, so Union Pacific, Southern Pacific, Western Pacific. There's also Pennsylvania stuff down in there. This one has a good amount of Conrail and some other track charts and stuff. There's also a Santa Fe signal lock in there. And then this one is a big mix. CP, D&H, CN over there, and then that's mainly passenger timetables and schedules and stuff like that. Let's see. This one is mainly CSX tables. Timetables, the big white ones. So I got a whole, basically, cubicle of those. Here's some more track charts and some books. All sorts of stuff in there. Stuff given to me from friends and stuff like that. There's a signal log for NS down in there. Some more Penn Central bulk and a good amount of the lick it and stick it, as they're referred to. Let's see with this one here. There's a lot of revisions pasted in there. So you ever hear somebody refer to it as lick it and stick it, that basically means what it is. Just lots of pasted over revisions and stuff like that. But that's more or less all that I've got of interest. So just figured I'd put this little video together to see if you like it. If you do, please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Alright, so before we get into the big shelves, where most of the more or less bulk stuff is, I figured I'd start with the reference archive, more air quotes. So if I'm working on a video project or a photo project, whatever I'm working on, and I need to reference a location, let's say I come back from a chase. Oh boy, it appears that Jacob has joined us. Hello, Jacob. Oh wait, he's muted. Hello, Jacob.
Oh, wow.
I'm filming a new YouTube video that is nothing like you've ever seen, probably.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.